Hello lovely people, I'm Debs. Welcome back to my channel, The Creative Book Shack. It's Tuesday, that can only mean one thing, it's Twinchy Day. Twinchy Tuesday is hosted by Jenn at Sassy Southern NC Girl, but was created by JanetKay at Sunflowers and Joy, that's her new channel. Show them both some love. I've decided on cherubs for my theme this week as I was going through my sticker drawer and I found 4. I quite like them. They're quite cute. But I wanted them, I thought I sort of wanted them to look as though they were on a really fancy cathedral ceiling. So I found this, just scrapbooking paper. I've got my luster wax, I've got some lace, I've got some gold thread, I've got some that, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. I've got scissors, etc, etc, etc. Anyway, off we go. I've rounded the corners of these. I cut them 2 by 2, as you're meant to, and then rounded the corners off. I've started using tissue for this luster wax because I just get it everywhere. Yeah, I want it to look as though it's I'm getting it everywhere anyway. I want it to look as though it's a ceiling that's got a bit of opulence about it. So I was going through the papers and I was umming and ahhing and umming and ahhing, and then I came across this, and I've seen churches, I mean small little churches in little towns in places like Albania that have got just the most beautiful ceilings on them. Yeah, that works. So I thought this might be okay. Oh yeah, luster wax everywhere, that's a bit too much. Trouble is with this stuff, you can't really get it off once you put it on. But does it matter? No, not really. They're only my twinchies, aren't they? And they'll end up however they end up. Yeah, that's a lot more than the other one. Right, let's refold this and do the last one. I do love these little twinchies. I've become quite addicted to them in a very short space of time. Oh no, look, now I've got gold all over them. Well, I'm actually going to be sticking stuff in the middle, so it doesn't matter, but I do want to do that edge. That'll do, that'll do. Let's see if we can find a wipe and get the majority of this off before it sets solid. It takes quite some scrubbing to get these off, but I really like the effect of it. Right, dry, yeah, okay, clean and dry. What should we start with? Let's start with this. I've got some fabric glue and I sort of wanted this down the left hand side of each, so we'll take those. I'll just plonk these down there. You see there's a limited amount of artistry going on here. More plonking than anything else. There we go. Now, oh, that's where I put them. I was just wondering where I'd put the little cherubs. Here we go. They're quite cute. These I don't think are going to need additional glue because they're quite sticky, and also they're going on top of that with the fabric glue. There you go, you're quite cute. These are much easier to get off than I normally find. It must be from a different set than I normally use. You can go there. I've got a nice little pair here playing the violin. They're cute. You can go down there in that corner. And you can go, I think she's my favourite. And she's a better size as well. She's the one with the gold at the back of her though. I'm sure that doesn't matter. Right, now I think what I am going to do is remove that rubbish. So I don't like that there. I think I'm going to put a line of lace down this side, which is why they're all over on the left hand side. So let us do this. A reasonable amount of this fabric glue. It's pretty good actually, but the thicker the material you're trying to stick, the more generous you have to be with the glue. But I've also got something else I want to do to it. So let's stick you there. And you over a bit, there. You there. And you there. Okay, you need to move slightly. That'll do it. Now, I found this gold thread. I quite like it. I think I want it. What should we do with this? We'll put it in the middle. Didn't cut this quite long enough. Shall I just cut some more, or shall I persevere? I could persevere, then I wouldn't waste. Well, I'm not going to waste it anyway. No, it's going in the scrap bin. It needs to be longer than that. So let's try that again. Let's give it another that much. And we'll go one. Well, actually, that's two, isn't it? You know what it would have been sensible to do? It would have been sensible to try the first length to see if it fitted before I cut the other three, before I cut the others. Oh, I am all fingers and thumbs. Right, I want that to go down round there. And then I just want this in a knot. I don't want it in a bow, I don't think. Yeah. I have no dexterity at all today, which isn't very useful when you're playing with little things. Right. Snip those off about there. Yeah, that will do us. Here we go, I'm being quiet again because I'm concentrating. You can tell when people are concentrating, aren't they? Can't you? They stop the chat. Oh no, I don't want it in a bow. I just want it in in a double knot. That's what I said, wasn't it? 2. Do they look too Christmassy for April? Oh, that's come off. Do I care whether they look too Christmassy for April? No, not really. I don't tend to do Christmassy things. I don't tend to do an awful lot of Christmas crafts and things like that. The Easter journal I made for Junk Journal Madness last month was the first Easter thing I think I've ever created. I can't get this knot tied. You bored yet? Watching me fumble around with knots. Now look, that's just not good at all. So what we will do here is we will get a pencil and we will make that knot tighter first. Then we will make that knot tight. Vaguely better, I suppose. I could always put a dollop of glue on it to keep it in place. Actually, that needs a bit more glue. Let's do that quickly. That's all it needs. There we go. There we go. Final one. And they all breathe a sigh of relief. Thank goodness for that. You are all saying. What I should have done, really, is sew this gold thread through the holes in the lace. Then I probably wouldn't have been fighting with it so much. Hold that in place. Please work first time. Oh yes, you did. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This can all go in the scrap material tote bag. The tote bag of scrapping peril, which lives just there next. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. We don't want that to come off. There. Losing me E. Right, where are... Oh, that was last week's. So we're up to a cream coloured page, which actually will work quite well with these colours. So here is the double-sided sticky tape, which I use. So I can easily retrieve them if I want to. Because let's face it, double-sided sticky tape doesn't really work forever. put that on there. See if I can get it off again. Nope. Scalpel. Now I'm taking the whole thing off. Right, there's the first one. You are going to go there like that. You are number 2. You are going to go there like that. Nope. Almost. There we go. Number 3. Oops. There we go. And number 4. Oh, you're lopsided. Number 4 is going there. Let's remove you. Move you over slightly. There we go. And you're not very straight either. Okay, that's as good as I'm going to get, I think. Let's find a pen. Tuesday, April 21st, 2026. And there are my 4 Twinchies for this week with my scrapbook paper, my little cherubs, my lace, my gold thread, and my whatever that stuff's called, because I still can't remember. Hope you like them. I hope I'll pop by and see everyone's Twinchies later. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you to JanetKay and to Jenn for creating and hosting this event. I love them. I love Twinchies. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.